What's up, guys? Jake with Team Tactical. Come to another special video. You know, I'm sitting here and I was thinking about the Virginia gun laws that are coming into effect July 1st. You got about 30 days. 30 days till the Virginia assault weapons ban goes into effect. Now, I know there's organizations like GOA and FPC that are doing things to fight those, and they're filing lawsuits against the governor and the state of Virginia. But the problem is that a lot of times, while I don't think that the assault weapons ban in Virginia is constitutional, a lot of times it takes a while for those lawsuits to go through and take effect because that's just how the legal system is, leaving lots of Virginia residents without the ability to purchase firearms that they may have otherwise wanted to get. So that is what kind of prompted me to make this video, because I thought to myself, you know, what are 5 things that I think every Virginia law-abiding gun owner should look at getting. Now, some of these are going to be pretty obvious and like no-brainers, but I wanted to make sort of a complete and comprehensive list for you guys, because who knows, maybe this is going to help someone that's a new gun owner or someone that was thinking about getting a gun for the first time, or maybe this will kind of help you fill something out that you may have not thought about getting up until this point. Now, real quick before we keep going, if you're looking for a clean way to display your firearms, check out Blackout displays. These are low profile modular stands that are designed to look good with nice illumination. You've got options with LED lighting, glow-in-the-dark infill, or just a solid clean set depending on what you like. Everything is designed and made in-house, and they're built to actually hold up and not feel cheap. If you want to grab one, you can get 10% off your first order by using code BLACKOUT at checkout. I'll have a link down in the description. Go check them out. So number 5 is going to be kind of a no-brainer, and that is an AR-15. Some may argue that you should get an AK-47. The original reason to buy an AK-47 no longer exists. It used to be that you'd buy an AK-47 because the ammo was much cheaper. Nowadays, you're paying more for an AK, and you're not able to get the ammo for as nearly of a good price as you used to, since they started cutting off all the Russian steel case stuff back in 2022. More pragmatically, you should get an AR-15. Some would argue an AR-10, but an AR-15 is a little bit more common, a little bit cheaper to shoot, and a little bit cheaper to own as well. There's lots of different companies out there. Of course, everyone knows Palmetto State Armory, sort of like the king of the budget tier options out there. The point is, though, regardless of whatever price point you might be at, if you've ever thought about getting an AR-15, you should absolutely, most definitely do so now. While they are high in circulation, Virginia is targeting the AR-15 along with several other assault weapons, as they define them. Number 4, a handgun. Not just any handgun, not like your Papa's revolver. No, an actual handgun that can hold more than 15 rounds. Why? Because they are looking to ban magazines that are more than 15 rounds, and for that they're also banning firearms that can hold more than 15 rounds. So if you're looking at getting, say, a Glock, whether it be a Glock 19 or a 17 or maybe a 34, you might want to go ahead and look at getting one now, because regardless of which one you get, even though the Glock 19 holds 15 rounds, it can still hold more than that if you put a Glock 17 mag in, or a 30 round mag, as some people may like to do as well. They're targeting all guns that can hold more than 15 rounds. That goes same for SIG, HK, and Smith & Wesson, all the other brands out there of handguns that you may be interested in. They're all being targeted with the sweeping assault weapons ban because they have the option to hold more than 15 rounds. So for that, if you don't have one yet, or if you just have a revolver, you may want to look at getting a handgun now while you can. All right, number 3 on my list is going to be a subgun, a PDW/subgun. Now, there's lots of choices out there. You can go with an MP5, you can go with a CC Scorpion, you could go with really a number of them, but the ideal thing is to get some sort of pistol caliber carbine, aka subgun as I like to call it, because they are also being targeted. I guess is a debate of whether it's really necessary to have one, especially when you can get ARs and 300 Blackout so short. They kind of fill that role as a compact firearm that's easy to carry. But if you've ever wanted sort of just the vibes of a PDW or subgun like an MP5 or P90, or I guess if you're into the exotic stuff, a Chris Vector, hidden back there, as you can see. If you're wanting to get one, well, now's the time to do it, because again, with this assault weapons ban, you're not going to be able to buy anything after July 1st in this category. I know it's a little bit different, and that may not be something for everybody, but it's something that I think most of y'all may appreciate, and y'all might be interested in doing now while you still can. Number 2 on my list is going to be a competition gun. Now, whether that competition gun is an AR, it's tricked out, a PCC again, or a handgun, most of y'all probably will do handguns, that choice is up to you. The point is, one thing that I have discovered when I was doing competition years ago is I started with a Glock 19. I realized, holy cow, this is not going to work. Nowadays, I like to shoot a Canik rifle, which I know some people may shit on Canik, but the Canik rifle, and for me at least, is a great competition handgun. It meets all the requirements. It's got a smooth trigger, and it's got a lot of stuff built in that I would otherwise have to pay a lot of money aftermarket to do to a Glock, for example. At the same time, a competition handgun is typically not something you want to carry, so it doesn't really fit in that category for number 4, like a standard handgun, because it's much larger, or have a red dot that kind of sticks out, or something that makes it a little bit more difficult to carry than your standard handgun that we described in number 4. Having a competition handgun, getting one now in case you decide to get in a competition later, it's kind of, again, a no-brainer that I'll definitely encourage all of y'all to look into. Now, number 1 on my list is going to be a little bit different, a little bit quirky, and that is to get just kind of a fun gun, something that's kind of weird. Again, some of the ones I described, such as the Chris Vector and the MP5, are kind of like unique, weird guns, or if you want to get like a P90 or a Kel-Tec Sub 2000, get something kind of weird, something unique, something that's kind of fun to take at the range and just show off, you know? There's nothing wrong with buying something just because you want it. You know, this is America. We don't share land here. Having that sort of fun gun or unique gun, or maybe for you it's like a Gold Desert Eagle or something like that, but having something that's sort of like almost like a flex, now's your chance to get one of those too, if you wanted to get one. Of course, practicality is important, but I'm saying if you've already got everything else covered on this list and you're still thinking about something that you like to get something that you'd be proud of to kind of show off. May not be practical, doesn't always have to be practical. Now, the last thing I want to add on this list, and this is kind of a bonus one, is magazines. No matter what you buy on this list, whether it's an AR, a Glock, a competition gun, or whatever, MP5, it doesn't matter. You need to buy magazines, because at the end of the day, that's really what they're also going after, is the magazine limit that limits you to 15 round magazines, and they don't want you to have more than 15 rounds in a magazine, whether it's an AR, a Glock, MP5, whatever. And they're going to say that if you have those magazines, if you buy them, that's illegal. However, again, they're grandfathered in, which isn't great, but it's better than nothing. So if you wanted to, if you couldn't buy any of these guns on the list, except maybe one, I would tell you get that one, but also load up on magazines for it while you still can, because again, sound like a broken record, but after July 1st, you will not be able to, which really sucks. The assault weapons ban is mainly focused on firearms and magazines. It's not really affecting lights or lasers or red dots, night vision, or anything like that. If you're looking at getting a red dot, or if you're wanting to find some good budget-friendly night vision, I've actually got a review of the Parrish Optics White Phosphor Night Vision here. I've also got our most recent red dot drop test right here on this side. You'll be surprised how well budget-friendly night vision does and how well a budget-friendly red dot does. Hopefully that'll save you guys some money. Guys, if you want this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. We will see you next time.